Hello friends, today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be doing a review of the infamous Kyle Beats drip plugin. Before I get too much into it, I want to do a little bit of a tutorial because I think a lot of people skip over some important features that this has. So the intended use for this, for the most part, is that you go to the preset manager and select these presets. So primarily that's what you're going to be using. Let me explain a little bit about what each of these knobs do, because it is roughly the same for every single preset. The shape knob is basically just filters. And what those filters are doing is different for each of these presets. The second one is heat, and that is just saturation. Spice is a little bit more variable. It seems like a lot of times it'll add wobbling, like in the lo-fi setting, that's what it does. And the last knob, depth, is really just space. So yeah, as you've noticed, when I switch one of the presets, each of these knobs will have a different algorithm that has the name of that preset. So what you can actually do is switch these to different presets and kind of do a combination of different ones. So if you really like the saturation on, say, the 808 preset, but you like the wobble on the lo-fi, you can combine those and kind of get some unique sounds. Over here on the left is a delay. There's not a way to sync it to the tempo of your DAW, but usually the way it's used in the presets, it doesn't need to be perfect to the tempo. And then on the right here, you just have the LFO. Yeah, and that's really all you need to know, other than the graphics can be on or off. I have been defaulting it to off just because that saves a little bit of CPU speed, but the graphic is just the hot sauce flowing out, the sauce flowing onto your beat. So like most people, I've seen this ad constantly, continuously for months and months, and I think it gets a lot of unnecessary flack. The first thing I hear a lot is people say it's not a good tool for intricate sound design, and I absolutely agree, but I don't think it was intended to be an intricate sound design tool. I think it was meant to do just what he says in the ad. You put it on, 2 clicks and it's perfect. It's just a time-saving device. So when I see plugins like this, my first thought is, I'm not going to get this to try to do very complicated sound design, and I wouldn't use this to try to learn sound design. I would use this when I'm making a beat. I would pull this out and right away get some new inspiration about what I'm working on. I've heard people say a lot that they can recreate many of these with stock plugins, but again, the point is that you can just put it on, press 2 buttons, and you get that sound. The whole point of it is you're offloading the sound design task. There's several different creative tasks that you're doing when you're writing a song, from writing the chords to doing the melody, to the drum part, the bass part, the sound design. These are all different creative tasks. So what offloading is that you're taking one of those creative tasks and you're not generating that yourself creatively. You're taking that inspiration from another place. So this can mean using chord progressions from other songs, using a drum loop from a sample pack, and honestly, every time you use a preset, whether it's in the drip plugin or it's Massive or it's Serum, because at that instance you're offloading the sound design. So I think this is a great tool if you know its place and its purpose. Another complaint I hear a lot is the way that this plugin is marketed, and I can certainly agree about that. It's one of those ads where they kind of make it seem like if you don't get this, you're not going to be able to write great music, and of course that's not the case for any plugin. But that's also something that's just prevalent in marketing for music producers. There's always going to be that element of, if you don't get this, you're not going to be able to do what you want to do. Okay, so I'm in the project file of a finished beat now, and what I tried to do with this one is to use the drip plugin as much as I could. So this plugin was a good purchase for me at this time because I am trying to make a lot of beats, and offloading that sound designing is something that's helping me finish beats faster. So let me show you a couple of the ways I found this useful. And in that instance, I'm using it more subtly because that preset from Addictive Keys already had some reverb, so I didn't need to do a whole lot. Yeah, so this definitely helped me make this beat quicker than I otherwise would have. I mostly stuck to the presets. I didn't get too crazy experimenting, but I did tweak the knobs a little bit. So in conclusion, it's a good plugin if you know what it's meant to be used for. It's not great if you want intricate sound design. If you want to get into that, I recommend Massive, Serum, or Iris 2. But if you're just looking to make beats and you want to offload sound designing from time to time, then I definitely recommend this plugin. I think it does have a place. I do not regret buying it, and I think I'm definitely going to use it in some hip hop.